Hello, and welcome back to The Little Western. I'm James, and if you're new here, thank you for checking out this video. I hope you find a reason to stay. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's great to see you. Now, in today's video, we're going to be checking out a YouTuber manufactured open wagon, namely the Sam's Trains Factory Highland Railway Jones open wagon. I got this in the What If LMS Grey livery, and I'll give you my thoughts. We'll do an unboxing. I'll show you some photos. We'll run it around a bit, and we'll see how it goes. Roll the intro. So first of all, I wanted to point out that this was purchased on Etsy for $24.99. There's a lot of detail on there. You can still go and have a look, but it's all sold out, so you won't be able to get it. It does mention that it is a fully 3D printed homemade part, so there might be some quality as professional manufacturing models, but we'll get into that later. But I saw the 5 stars out of 5 and 371 positive reviews, and I just had to pick it up. So here we are down on the desk with the box. So this is the exact packaging that it was shipped in. I haven't changed anything. There's been no additional bits added to it. So the box was incredibly light, weighed around 80 grams. And just going to cut it open with a knife, and you'll see instantly that it is just filled with packing peanuts. Completely filled with peanuts. There's no external protection. I would say box, clamshell, something like that for the wagon itself. But it is wrapped in a bubble wrap bag, which provides a little bit of protection. Also loose in the bag is the little baggie of additional extras, and we'll go ahead and get those now. So inside the box, you get a little bubble wrap envelope that contains the wagon. Buffers are not installed already, but the axles already are, and I suspect that they are Dapol, but we'll get into that later. You get a little bag that has 2 little certificates in. Mine has LMS 29361, limited edition 54 out of 65 with a thank you and handwritten note from Sam's Trains with a smiley face. And you also get a little card giving you a warning that this is a detailed scale model for adult collectors, air quoting, not suitable for children under the age of 14 because of small parts. You might be a choking hazard, some components are functional sharp edges, etc. Retain it for information later. You also get some 3D printed chain link couplings, safety chains, buffers, and FDM printed tension lock couplings. Overall, the printing quality is actually rather good. The detailing on these chains and safety hooks is rather well done as well. The body itself is full of detail, lots of rivets, the buffer stems are well done. Printing is a little bit iffy, but I can imagine without a tampo printer, it's probably either painted on or slightly printed on. There are no visible layer lines in the resin or the FDM, and the only issue I can see with the actual FDM printing is the 2 tiny little springs in the center box here. The leaf springs, on the other hand, look rather good. As I said, each of the sections of the lettering has some sort of imperfection, but it's not the end of the universe. There is a lot of detail, as you can see on the chassis itself, all painted in one color, and also there's no bleed from the brown to the grey. Now, the first issue that I found, and it's not really prominent, is the end bits are a little bit warped at the top. Now, there are no sprung buffers with this at all. You have to super glue them in yourself. And then here we have a close-up of the chassis detail. Look at all those rivets. The W-irons look good, the axle boxes look good, and the leaf springs as well look rather good as well, considering all of that is FDM printed. It's rather strong as well. The only thing I've broken is one of the safety chains. After I'd installed it, it's actually this one on the left. But otherwise, rather strong. Now, first issue I have is this. There's holes in the bottom of the wagon. Now, I did a quick measurement, and these are a mil to just over a mil wide. Given that a millimeter scaled up is almost 3 inches. I think for an open wagon, it's not so great, and you can see directly through it. Maybe it's a design choice, I don't know. But the second gripe I have is there's definite bowing on two different corners, two opposite corners. There's definite bowing. You can see it here. There's a few millimeters there using a square. This was rather difficult to get, but you can definitely see it's prominent on this right-hand side here where the whole wagon dips. I then took it to the layout and got 2 additional photos, and I think it's a little bit more prominent here. This one, okay, the handbrake doesn't give it so much, but here you can definitely see it on this left-hand side under the printing. It just dips. Okay, so here we are down on the track, and we have the Sam's Trains wagon in the middle with 2 Bachmann private owner wagons on either side. The couplings look level at face value next to each other, but otherwise let's get this show on the road. So we're going to bring up our locomotive at shunting speed. Fitting for today, we have a Bachmann LMS Ginty. Bring that to a stop, and then reverse at shunting speed and see if we have hooked on. I would call that a success. Yes, on closer inspection, we have a success. Okay, so here we are to do a rolling test. Now, since this is the first time I am doing this on the layout, I'm going to put the Bachmann PO wagon, and let go. Pretty free rolling. And now for the Sam's Trains wagon. So we're going to put this in exactly the same position. A little bit of resistance, but it does manage it. And it's stopped there. Okay, so it needs to get a little bit of momentum and then it moves. But if I put it and I place it, okay. Okay, so it does roll, but I think there might be something on with the axles. They look like Dapol, but I will have to confirm that. Okay, moving on. Okay, so I just turned the camera off and I'm just going to show you this. So this is rolling, yes? I'm going to place this. I haven't budged it, I haven't moved it. And it's stationary. And I can tell you there is a decline there. So just to clarify, it does move, but there is a little bit of resistance there, as you can see. Now, just putting up on screen that you can see that the axles oscillate a little. I'm sure this might be the cause of the... So, what's the verdict of the Sam's Trains Highland Railway Jones wagon? Well, quite honestly, I think at 25 quid, it's not worth it. If it was 10 to 15, I might be able to look past the quality control issues of the twisting, but I can't. I really can't. The level of detail and the colors and everything like that is good. It's good enough, I think. But that twist, it's just too prominent. I think even at a limited run of 65 models, again, you can see it here clearly. You have the ability to go through and look at those and be happy with them. And I don't think I would let something like this go out of my stores, house, whatever, like this. Maybe that's my career talking. I don't know. As I said, if it was 10 to 15 quid, I'd feel a bit happier about it. The planking as well, I'm not sure on the design choice there. I did some research myself and I couldn't find any reference to wagons that had 6 to 7 to 8 centimeter, 3-inch gaps in between floorboards, which is what the 1 millimeter or so in the wagon form would translate to. I was holding up some pieces of charcoal and some large rocks that I, have in the garden and things like that, thinking if this was coal or ore or something like that, it would just be falling out the bottom. So I don't know. I'll let you guys decide that one, and I'm happy to stand corrected. With that, we come to the end of this video. I want to thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you've got any comments, queries, questions, or criticisms, leave them down in the comments below. I'll answer every single one of them. If you want to stick around for some more, hit the sub button and go and check out my other content while you're here. Take care, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.